And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta. I think we stand on the cusp to taking back control of all three orbits. Working on getting a little bit more fuel-efficient drives with the Terrawart gas core. We just finished up the Poseidon Lantern in the last one, which is what we're thinking about putting on the bigger ships for the moment. We're also working towards trying to get more volatiles. I think that's going to be the thing that's going to hold us up and actually building a bunch of ships.
Lending my expertise.
Securing our interests.
Securing our interests.
That reminds me, one of my stations did see off the aliens, but lost one of its defensive modules. Can you... Oh, I already queued it back for repair. Okay. You bombarding Rainier base again? I guess they didn't finish last time.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've moved the needle.
Apparently they're struggling to get rid of that colony core, because they're still shelling the place.
Policy direction complete.
Okay, so they're coming for the fleet. So we may be about to lose the garrison fleet again. 15 versus 18. They may not have actually come for the fleet, they may just come for the station and are now facing the fleet because they're co-located. Okay. Start battle. Okay, so we got 10v8 plus a couple in the back. Let's make sure there's at least one monitor firing at each of the targets. And I'm going to order all ships full ahead. And we'll let the missiles determine the fate of the fleet. Faster we go, the shorter contact time for the missiles, so the greater likelihood they'll penetrate the PD. It is a bunch of frigates, so I'm not expecting a bunch of PD on the receiving end here. Probably like one per ship. Yeah, assuming those are actually all the same because they're all cleaver classes, there's only one PD on each ship. So yeah, we have a decent possibility of all the missiles getting through. There goes the missiles. Oh, and they're actually going to arrive before or arrive after the monitors run the enemy. Okay. This is how fast we're going. Okay, so the fleet's going to get absolutely wrecked. Yep, alien fleet has been completely destroyed. We did take a couple casualties with the garrison fleet. Nothing we can't reasonably replace. $1.5 volatiles. The cost of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 ships destroyed on our side. So, losing 8 to 6, or winning a fight where they lost 8 and we lost 6 is not too bad. Okay, we're gonna select you. We're gonna actually set you to resupply first, so your weapons armed. Resupply first, your weapons armed. Okay, now repair. And repair. Only one of those took. Here we go. So yeah, both of those are repairing. So July 5th, we'll basically have that fleet operational again. With what remains of the fleet. Take a little while for us to get repairs or replacements underway. Because we've got battleships in the Siltways. Okay. Granted, a small surface orbit green arc laser is probably not going to be adequate defense of this location, but it needs to be upgraded. And then 30 days we should have the dock. Once we have the dock, we can actually start sending the Marines out to take more locations. Guess we had magazine damage on one of the ships in 387. It's doing a resupply. Once again, Rainier Base has been bombarded by the aliens because they have failed to destroy it twice, but it has no capacity to return fire. Push the economy in the Gulf Union. We're down to 49. We'd like to sit around 50k if we could. And that's from pushing things into it. And it's going to go down more as we push more into it. Because the other places we're looking to push into it aren't, well, except for Qatar, aren't that rich.
Standing by.
Try to decide how to bring the democracy down in Oman. Because there's a long way to bring the democracy up. Bringing the democracy down isn't going to be easy either. Unity and spoils mostly. Unity spoils welfare to probably offset the spoils.
Making our case.
Reporting in. I will try to sway the public.
What's the op? Standing by.
Where do you need me? Securing our control.
Anyway, we're still waiting for the EU armies and the Russian armies to arrive. We got 2 of the 6, I think, we sent over there. Yeah, still 4 more arriving.
There's a them, and there's an us. Always has been, as much as we kid ourselves that somehow we've become more enlightened over all these years of blood and suffering. Commander Fiona Ayawade, SIS correspondence.
Okay, there we go. So we've got designer life forms, which will allow us to build the highest tier of space farm. Now, I suppose we need to work towards those magnetic nozzles in the short run. Which one is that? Oh, we need that for vision pulse drives. We may want to do that at some point for the vision pulse drives. Let's look at the deck tree. Magnetic nozzles requires magnetic plasma confinement, which we're working on already. Okay. I think Admin Tower is the tier 3 version? Maybe the tier 2. Let me check. Oh, it is the tier 2. Should probably work towards that. Yeah, because we're going to need more... Well, at some point we'll probably need more control points. We don't actually really need it right now. The other thing to do is Fall of Empires. We want to break up America, well, specifically break up India and China. We think it's time for that. That's probably what we want. Let's work on admin towers. Okay. Magnetic. So these are the two that we're working up towards fusion drives. So magnetic nozzles. So the follow-up to this one is fusion drive engines, and then deuterium tritium is the first fusion type. Agriculture complex. Yeah, we'll be wanting that real soon. Put that in as the replacement to Terawatt. 5k, and we'll basically be able to save a bunch of volatiles in various places without having to add more modules.
Lending my expertise.
Making things safe for our people.
Yeah, that's a lot much better volatile ratio. We want better than that still, but that's a good start. Okay, core is online. We're going to follow the core up with... Upgrade or replace? Or upgrade or brand new? That's a good question. Upgrade the core, because we want to upgrade the core. We're going to want to farm. You know, I'll build a brand new one just so we know it's done. And a new power plant. That'll be at the same timing as everything we're building brand new. -4 power short, but that's fine. We have 10 spare. Oh no, that's not fine because that's not including the mine. So we'll need another fission reactor. Farm, LDA, fission reactor. Okay. We will want a nanofactory. So put a nanofactory down. We need like one or, well, we probably want like 2 of them at Mars. Probably wants to be a manufacturing complex, but we'll do a nanofactory right now. There's maybe even an argument. In fact, I will buy that argument. Let's... We really want to get the first one up ASAP. Unless we're doing acquisitions with the Marines. It's a construction module. Yeah, I think that's fine. Unless we're going to shove labs in here. Right now I'm a little less worried about science, and I'm more... I need to get the resources that we can defend these locations. So, and the defenses, obviously. So the nanofab is more about building new habs rather than an effective choice. Construction module is the speed of the nanofab. Fission reaction is the power at all. I might immediately go... Actually, I'm not that worried about the volatiles right now, so we might not bother to upgrade the mine right away. Might accept this one's just tier 1 for a while. We're waiting for you to have your space docks. Space docks done 4 days from now. Gotta be patient for 4 days. And the aliens are still bombarding Rainier Base. Microbial drills, that would be nice.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
We've moved the needle.
We have moved the needle.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Okay, so you're done. It didn't finish blowing Rainier Base up, they just decided to target a different base instead. This one, again, does not have its defenses up, so it will not be able to return fire, so it should be able to blow it up. Although if it doesn't achieve it by the 12th of August, or at least destroy the battle station by the 12th of August, the battle station will return fire. We shall see. But yeah, you're done, which means you can do a repair and resupply. So in 8.4 days, you'll be able to assault Habs again. Mercury Orbital is how many days out? 20th of October from building ships. So yeah, that's, if they're going to blow stuff up on Mercury, they're going to get away with it. Yeah, so they build the battle station, so it's not going to be able to return fire. Whether they get around to actually blowing the rest of it up is a different question. They've been struggling with that, apparently. On the same note, if they're not shooting here, how expensive is it to repair everything? A little high on the volatiles. Oh, a little high on the metal as well. Solar farm is intact. Can you restore specifically the point of defense? If the battle station. If the battle station comes online, we'll fix the rest. If not, we'll accept that it's a little expensive for the moment to be trying to fight for a station. When the aliens have space superiority. Mercury's a bit expensive in metal. And eating half the metal reserves or something that I don't think is going to be successfully defended against if the aliens come for it is a little bit of an issue. Alien conspiracy theories. Alien conspiracy theories thread. Number of often conflicting and mutually exclusive conspiracy theories about aliens are spreading like wildfire over social media. So I can ignore it, which is very unhumanity first, or we can shape it. Support our cause. Okay, we're ready to take Habs. So presumably the easiest to take pro-alien Habs should be acquired. Send in the Marines. Okay, so the mine has been taken intact. We need to restore power, obviously. They're running heavy fission, which is why... presumably why that got destroyed. Okay. Okay, so once the power comes online, that should be fine. And send... oh, the Marines need to do a quick repair. Or they can take the next base.
Standing by. We'll make our appeal. Time to make our move.
make sure we can actually get the armies to go fight the megafauna. Give it one more cycle before we actually try to take anything off of Amon. Confirm assignments, let time pass.
Lending my expertise.
They're back and ready for acquisitions. Mithridates, please acquire. Mithridates hasn't been acquired. So PDA and Vision Pile. I'll bring it back online. Oh, and this station should be proceeding to upgrade. Because really would like, yeah, we could run with the space yard up in high L2 orbit. It would be better if it was, you know, in low orbit. We got a Martian mine. So, decent metal. Good, good. That's going to help us do repairs and such on Mercury. Really good water. That'll be good for flying stuff. I could do with more volatiles. Definitely do with more volatiles. And the fact that, well, actually, probably do want more metal because of the high cost of Mercury. But that'd be the big thing. Well, that and the radioactive would be the big thing here for the upgrades. So we're going to hold off for a bit because I don't let's leave the volatiles sorted. The volatiles are going to get worse while we're upgrading farms, which is coming soon. Go ahead and make another acquisition. Okay, the aliens are still trying to get rid of Mercury bases that are undefended. And another protectorate base transformed into a Humanity First base. Rinse and repeat. More acquisitions, please. There we go, another acquisition. Sadly, they blew the mine up this time. That happens every once in a while. So it'll be a little longer before this one comes online, because the mine takes longer to build than the PDA. But the PDA is intact, so as soon as the power plant's online, the PDA would have been online at the same time anyway, but it's fine. Okay, so that's the pro-alien faction. Well, the most pro-alien faction kicked off on Mars. The next most pro is the Academy, so I suppose that's what we're going for next. Continue the acquisitions.
The people will come to our side.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The people will come to our side.
The people will come to our side.
They are coming to the space station. Hopefully they're coming for the fleet and not coming for the station itself if they win the battle, because I'd like my battleships in 54 days to complete. Yeah, they're probably coming for the fleet. Well, actually, they might be for the station. It's only 4 ships. I think the fleet will be able to win that fight. Okay, same as last time. Well, actually, we're gonna do double batch against the Lancer and the double batch against the Battlecruiser. And yeah, we order the whole fleet, full speed. And pause. The faster we're going, the quicker the torpedoes will, or the quicker the missiles will be. Decent chance we'll get the fleet cut to bits again, as they will probably once again be faster than the missiles they're launching. But if they're shooting the ships, they're not shooting the missiles, so they may have a bad day. Missiles away. Yeah, see, they're flying ahead of the missiles, so they're going to be eating up all the shots, and the point defense, I suppose, actually is going to cover the missiles when they approach here as well, using the kinetic fire effectiveness to bring the missiles down. Scratch 1, scratch 2, scratch 3. Here come the torpedoes. Scratch 4. 4 for 3. Not a bad exchange ratio. Yeah, 4 for 3. Select resupply so they're rearmed. Select resupply so they're rearmed. Do a repair. The survivors for that group didn't even take any damage, so it's just the resupply for them. Okay. And yeah, we're hoping that before the next wave of enemy attacks come in, we have the battleships built so that the slipways are free for replacing the missile and torpedo batch. And the acquisitions continue. Mine is intact. Power plant obviously did not survive. So fission. PDA.
Mission complete.
Another base acquired. This one's actually tier 2. So if it's tier 2, I should probably build a tier 2 mine. And enough power to power it. So fission reactor array. And probably an LDA. Do another fission reactor array and a farm. The solar power is not worth overriding right now. Yeah, that should work. Anyway, a lot of Mars will be operational as soon as the power plant comes online. Construction module at Lamberta. Battle station low mercury, so the orbital is protected. Hypothetically. No, funding is done in South Yemen. Should probably work on welfare then. Anyhow, you're working on economy to get back up to 50k. You're working on knowledge and funding. You're working a little bit of economy, but either way, everybody's going to be a drain when you go in, so it's just get the inequality down, so it's less of an inequality drag.
Standing by. Cracking down.
Where do you need me? We're taking
Purging
power.
in Yemen. I'm tell the advisor to go to ground.
Standing
There's
by.
definitely a sign that someone has technical counselors. It may have passed. Maybe they don't have anything interesting to steal from me or sabotage at the moment. Send you to go to ground.
Evading pursuit.
Ready for my mission.
Where do you need me? We'll see what we can find.
Acknowledged.
Get
Headed
some
there now.
xenology research bonuses. Coming up with improved coil gun batteries.
Hunkering down.
Oh, they're coming once again for the Earth station. For the Earth shipyard. I don't think, based on what I saw in that picture, we have enough. Yeah, I think they will make it through this time. Engage, start battle. Punch the accelerator. Yeah, I don't think we have enough missiles here. So the question here is, how do I prioritize destroying things? I think the answer is direct all fire at the Titan. Because I think we're only going to get like one target. Oops, not doing this, of course, do full speed. Well, so it's because I hit interest, of course, now that's full speed at the Titan, but that works. So the question here is, have we tied up enough of their point defense assets to get the missiles through? I suspect the answer will be no. Although if the answer is yes, we will see one Titan exploding. Final guidance. We do destroy one Titan. Is there enough redirect? Not enough redirect to do any other targets. Yeah, the game considers the Mark III railguns better than the coil guns. So the defense batteries are still armed with railguns. We shall see how much work the railguns can do now that the Titan has been destroyed. Yeah, feel that amount of kinetics flying it. If that flanker screws up on its maneuvering, it's going to have a very bad day. Although that's maybe not boding well for the frigates and cruisers approaching, for tying up everything on trying to bring down one frigate. Yep, enemy lasers have got close enough. So we're going to probably find out whether the aliens are here for the station or here for the fleet. If they're here for the fleet, they'll leave the station alone and we'll finish our battleships. Nope, we did destroy one of the frigates. Got too close. Railguns were accurate at that range. Yeah, close proximity is not favorable for that frigate. Although I think it's actually the main laser cannons that actually did the kill there, not the rails. Although the rails, I suppose, are tying up a bunch of the enemy's lasers as well. do the aliens turn around for another pass? That's going to be the question here. Those alien weapons are very ineffective against the current battle stations. Oh, particles and plasma. Yeah, particles and plasma are not good against station defenses. And they dumped all the torpedoes, so it's just point defense laser turret besides that, yeah. Oh, the battle station also has a gun. We lost the battle stations. Yeah, probably gonna lose the battle. Although the LBA is doing some work. A couple hits on the Moon-class cruisers they go past. Yeah, I'm not sure if the aliens are actually going to win this fight. Again, we're literally just the watch the LDAs and the PDAs and the battle stations resist stage of a battle, but this might be a situation where they succeed in resisting. Because again, the layer defense array effectively has infinite ammo, so... Yeah, one of the 4 alien ships have retreated, reducing their point defense load, increasing the likelihood we do damage if they do another pass. Are they coming around for another pass? Probably. They're definitely being hesitant about it. We don't get to see the Delta V, for example. They might be running low on Delta V. Okay, now they're actually coming back. Are they just flipping around? Oh, okay, I think they're just skirmishing us at this point. Yeah, if they're just skirmishing us, I should probably just hit the auto-resolve. I don't think they actually have the capability to take us in a manual fight, but whether they can in the auto-resolve is a question. Are they actually coming for a pass? No. They're coming up in a range. Getting a couple shots off, flipping, burning away, back and forth, back and forth. Into the auto-resolve here. Yeah, and the station actually does hold. 21st Koyo Zum Station successfully defends, bringing down all but one of the remaining alien ships with its last defensive position. Of course, rebuild the defensive position. I'll be back up on the 20th of February. By then, the battleship should be launched. And then the battleships will be doing the defensive operations. Yeah, they'll be done in 40 days. They'll be done well before then. Now, whether or not we have 40 days before the aliens come to finish the job is a different question. Okay, so our Martian fleet is not going to be able to stop that. Ares Valles is under bombardment. BD-8 was destroyed. I don't think it was online, so it doesn't surprise me. Again, if the PDA isn't online, they're going to win the fight. Targeting 395. Okay, so they've gotten fed up with just attacking my Mars bases and coming from the Mars fleet.
Mission in progress.
And yeah, the Mars fleet is not going to be enough to stop this, but we're going to engage, start battle, and we're going to go as hard and as fast as we can towards them. Some sort of defensive posture to Earth. Full speed ahead. Guys up front are sadly armed with nothing but torpedoes. Let's target the biggest ships. Faster we can go, the better likelihood the torpedoes get through. Although, that's a fairly large fleet, so I'd not be surprised if the PD is enough to stop any from getting through. With such low volley count. Torpedoes away. Yeah, enough PD to stop all the torpedoes. It's one reason why the Earth Defense Fleet swapped over to missiles. They can't handle the maneuvering ships, but if you're just trying to push through PD, volume is valuable. Yeah, your light rail cannon's not gonna be enough. This is where we smash the auto-resolve. So whether the station survives or not is very much
Public
up to
sentiment is
the
increasingly
aliens.
with us.
Okay, so not all Martian emplacements are now defenseless. Again, upgrading the core. So we'll see if we can try to get better defenses. Level 1s are not going to stop them. Well, the 2s might ward them off for a bit. 3s are really what we got to get to stop them.
Prepping for mission.
Yeah, and apparently both Mercury bases survived the pounding the aliens gave them. We'll try to bring the defenses back online before the aliens show up again. Don't ask me how they did it, but the Mercury bases somehow were fortified enough to survive bombardment without being able to return fire.
Cleaning things up.
I don't care if there are 2 ways or 200 ways to filter deuterium from seawater. Just tell me which one's cheapest and which one won't get us sued again. Chairman Soren van Wyk, comment to Cape Chemicals Board of Directors.
Which one won't get us sued again? Yes. Deuterium tritium research has been completed. We invested the most, so we get to pick its replacement. We could technically go for tier 2, but without the nozzles, you really don't need tier 2. And honestly, I don't really, other than tier 1 fusion, which is it's the alternative to, basically the Poseidon, depending on what we're doing. It might be what we do for interplanetary orbits, or transfers for the bigger ships, because Poseidon's going to still be prohibitive with the missiles. I'm not too worried about the advanced coil. Advanced coil is going to be limited by exotics right now. Same sort of thing with ultraviolet. Well, I could run ultraviolet arcs. That's an option. But just wanted a range upgrade on the ultraviolets. That might be good for actually the ground defenses. Space fuels would do a quick dirty and would get us access to the tourism stuff. Communications hubs. Yes. Communications hubs. We want that. Oh, and we're being blown away on missions, so we're not going to be able to pick there. Oh, and we are pretty much locked in on magnetic plasma, so when that completes at the end of September, we'll be able to pick magnetic nozzles for the tier 1 fusion.
We have neutralized the key people.
There's our coil gun batteries. Let's add that. Approved coil gun cannons to the list. forget which one's which for the fusion. We'll have to pick one. Doesn't really actually matter which one we do for the tier 1 thing. There's our agricultural complex. So that's good. Given our low volatiles, I think we'll go for the microbial drills here for the extra volatiles. The other one is... Oh, I might not have the other volatile one yet. Rapid distillation. Rapid distillation's the other one we'll do. Rapid distillation is also cheaper. Let's do that first.
Recon complete.
Here's what we found.
Okay. You have a tier 3 core. Build a battle station. A fission reactor to power the battle station. You started the nano factory. Give me a nano factoring complex as well. And yeah, you'll need another reactor to power that. So another fission reactor. And again, I think this is a station that's not worth rushing to upgrade, because the thing we're throttled on is volatiles right now. Weirdly, building the outpost complex would probably actually make us more volatile, or make us less volatiles. At least until we get a lot of other things online. Do I have the power? Yeah, I'll have the power with that, so we'll do ag complex as well. So that'll feed, more than feed the entire place. What else finished? You don't warrant upgrading the farm yet, because you've got the tier 2 does 600 people, you got 549. No farm there. You're the Mars orbital, so we want to continue upgrading you. And in the meantime, fission reactor array to power an LDA to power or to defend the base. You're upgrading, so nothing to do there until you're upgraded. You have enough farm. You'll have enough farm. You could use a farm upgrade. So this is a situation where if we want to keep the same base density, we can upgrade the farm. 892. It's less than 915. Okay. So yeah, that'll feed everyone. Technically, that's costing volatiles in the short run because that turns the farm off. In the long run, we'll feed everyone. We want to upgrade the... Oh no, I can get with no farm here. That'll be fine. We do need some more solar, though. Yeah, put a solar farm in here just as a hard way to make sure we get enough power. You could use a farm upgrade. That'd be 710. Doing the mental math there, right? We'll be fine. That farm upgrade. Again, costing us volatiles in the short run. In the long run, it'll provide us with more volatiles. Well, mitigate the upkeep cost more. Here's a definite example. 2.2k. The farm upgrade provides enough for 3. And then we're good otherwise. Yeah. We have a farm. The farm would be benefiting from upgrading, so let's upgrade the farm. And we have enough power to power that, so that's fine. I have a farm here. It would benefit from upgrading. We have enough power to power that. Oh, we don't have enough power to power that, so I need more. This is also Earth, so the solution is solar. Farm's fine for that. Farm... If you've got a farm, is fine for that, yeah. We're rebuilding you, so you get nothing until you're built. Some of these orbitals I can probably disassemble. They were to get the ships moving again. Yeah, farm's fine. That farm's fine. That farm's fine. You're having your battle station replaced. That farm could definitely do with an improvement. So let's upgrade the farm. The Mars, until we get the battle stations on the Mars, we're not going to worry much about Mars. Then you. We can improve the density here by building a... well, building or upgrading a farm. So let's upgrade a farm. When this is done... actually, you know what? Let's just slam a fission reactor... Fission reactor upgrade? Can I have that reactor offline, not have a problem? No, but I'm not using the shipyards right now. So that's probably fine. Would that turn off one of the shipyards? Turn off one of the shipyards. Ideally, we'd want to turn off the farm, but it'll be fine. So yeah, once this is done, we can disassemble the spare farms. That'll actually free us much power there, so. You could benefit from upgrading that farm. You have enough power there to operate it as is. Okay, once it's upgraded. You could benefit from upgrading that farm. It's not a big benefit. It's 159 food. Or people worth of food. But. That's Mercury. We're re-establishing the battle station. Battle station comes online, we'll think about other expansions there. Do you use a farm? You can use the farm upgrade. Do the farm upgrade. You can use a farm upgrade. You'll need more power, so upgrade the farm. Add a solar farm. That'll work. That was actually upgrading a tier 2 to tier 3, which is enough. Is enough. Oh, actually, no, isn't enough. Is it? No, it'll be enough. So it's minus 120 plus 180? Yeah. Okay, and then there's maybe an argument to go around to a bunch of the tier 1 rare mines. Okay, so let's drop those off. That'll help us locate the mines. We're looking for volatiles. You provide volatiles. Argument to drop in here, upgrade the core. Drop in here. You weren't providing any volatiles. We'll pass up on you. We wanted you earlier when we wanted the water. We're no longer worried as much about the water. Again, decent volatiles. Drop in, upgrade the core. Really good radioactives. Not what we're worried about right now. You may be worried about it later, but now we're good. Really good nobles. Not currently what I'm worried about. We'll be worried about it later. Volatiles. Okay, upgrade the core. Decent mix, actually, so just upgrade everything. That one can only go up to 2, so we'll take it up to 2, and then we'll get the level 2 mine. Again, decent volatiles. Also, Well, I was about to say, you could... I didn't realize it was dot. 0.12. I was looking like, oh, 12. 12's great. 0.12 is not so much. No volatiles there. At some point, we'll come back to do nobles there. Great volatiles there. Upgrade. Great volatiles there. Again, everywhere we're upgrading from level 1 to level 2, we'll be able to upgrade to get 50% more. 50% more volatiles is going to be worth it. Again, that'll be really nice later when we're looking for nobles. Not what we're looking for right now. Okay. Last one here, Hull Crater. And let's get to the end of this cycle, and then we'll put a part break
Our
in.
associates are now in charge.
We now control half of Oman. Okay. Or one of the Earth stations has got its defenses back again. Okay, and here's where we're going to put the part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. We are going to record 2 more parts tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, this is where we're going to put the midstream tea break in, where I go make a cup of tea. I will be back to record the 2 parts after the cup of tea. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.